जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीरा बनचारी। जमुना तीरा बनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्यमत् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस प्रभुपाद की। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्यमत् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की। श्री श्री राधा विनोद भगवान की। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी सुदर्शन की। श्री श्री नित्यानंद रटवर श्री गौर सुंदर भगवान की। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स पदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादं सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubha Evacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Mahabadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंध जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कंत राधा कंत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम करोति वाचलम पंगुल्लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वंदे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् हरे कृष्णा वेलकम everyone for the first day of our discussion on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath, because now we have to observe ourselves in Jagannath Puri Dham. Now is the time for Lord Jagannath, because different part of the year is dedicated to different personalities of Godhead. It begins with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then after that Ram Navami, Lord Ramchandra, after that Narsingha Chaturdashi, Narsingha Dev Bhagavan, now Jai Jagannath, after that Janmashtami, after that Radhashtami, after that Kartik, then after that Bhagavad Gita. So in Kartik, lot of festivals, many festivals. The whole month is full of festivals. Then after Gita, Nityananda Trayadashi. So whole year we are occupied with different festivals. Prabhupada used to say, in the spiritual world, every day is a festival. What to talk of every day? Every moment is a festival. And Krishna has picnic every day. For us to organize a picnic, yearly planning, this, that, so much is needed. But for Krishna, every day is a picnic. And participants in the picnic, how many? Unlimited. So how it is managed? Krishna is not in anxiety every day. It's too much. For the management is not a issue, because they are so absorbed in love. Management is like a shadow. They are completely absorbed in the activities. Generally, those who are manager, they cannot understand what's going on in the festival, because they are in always anxiety, right? When I used to be the manager of Mayapur, people used to come, oh, so wonderful, Mayapur is really wonderful, so many festivals. And I used to tell that feeling you can get. But it's very difficult for us to get that feeling, because we don't know what's going on, because we are too much into organizing. But in the spiritual world, things are completely different. Perfectly managed, but management is not important. That is a very unique combination. It's not that everything is messed up. Oh, some people think, oh, we are spontaneous devotees. Then everything can be messed up. That's not the case. Vrinda Devi is perfect manager. Perfect manager. Everything happens perfectly. That is a symptom of love. Rupa Goswami explains what is Raganuga Bhakti? When you improve the quality of your devotional service. When focus in the quality, that is the symptom of Raganuga Bhakti. It's very, very important. And love means going into the details. You have to go into the details. That is a symptom of love. But managers generally in this world are system oriented, getting things done. But they are not so much worried about how people are feeling. That's the most important part. So Krishna's pastimes are completely focused on devotees, personalities. So from tomorrow, we'll take up from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Today we'll have introductory session. I was thinking how many days we have? 5, 6 days. 6 days. So I was thinking today I'll be discussing about the form of Lord Jagannath, because we should have clear idea who is Lord Jagannath and also who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although you know, just to prepare our consciousness, because we'll be dealing with these two forms for the next 5 days. So therefore today we'll prepare our consciousness who is Lord Jagannath and who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and what is the glory of Jagannath Puri Dham. I don't know, we can complete everything today, these three things, but we'll try to cover as much as possible. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll enter into Chaitanya Charitamrita in sequence. Okay? Is that plan okay? Okay. So who is Lord Jagannath? People don't understand also. Many go to Jagannath Puri. Different people have different conceptions. Even people come to Mayapur, when they see Lord Nrsingadev, they cannot understand who is he. Many people think many things. They see this is this form of the Lord, that form of the Lord. And when they go to Panchatattva side, they also speculate. Somebody, oh, see, wonderful Pandavas. Because for them, 5 means Pandavas. In between, no, that the main one is Yudhishthir Maharaj. So I personally heard all these comments. So very interesting. That's why we have made a team of devotees to explain who are those. Ashtasakhi also they cannot understand. Nrsingadev they cannot understand. Panchatattva they cannot understand. Now devotees inside the temple, they tell who are those personalities. So that's why Jagannath is also very, very special personality. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also very special personality. Why? Because they are very rare in this world. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunang vinasaya cha duskritam dharma sangastapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna comes in every yuga. That is his commitment in Bhagavad Gita. He is focused. Unless you have commitment, you cannot create impact in people's life, right? You have to be committed. So Krishna has taken a commitment that he will come once in every yuga. But that is for Yuga Avatar. But Krishna himself, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he does not come in every Yuga. He comes in every Kalpa, means once in a day of Brahma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also comes once in a day of Brahma. Lord Ramachandra also comes once in a day of Brahma. Lord Nishingadev also comes once in a day of Brahma. That's why Rupa Goswami says three features of the Lord are very, very significant for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Lord Nishingadev, Lord Ramachandra, and Lord Krishna. Because these three personalities, they don't come in every juga. They come very rarely in this world, once in a day of Brahma. That's why I say, for them, verse of Bhagavad Gita should be changed little bit. What is the verse? Sambhavami juge juge. It should be Sambhavami kalpe kalpe. So they are very rare. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes when Krishna comes. At the end of the upper Yuga, Krishna comes in the following Kali Yuga. At the beginning of Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. That is the system. So in Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to practice spirituality. People like to sleep, right or wrong? Sleeping tendency is very powerful, especially during spiritual practices. Right or wrong? People are expert in sleeping. They can sleep by lying down. They can also sleep by sitting down during japa and Bhagavatam class. We have gained that expertise through sincere practice over the years, right? Many people cannot sleep lying down, but devotees of ISKCON, they can sleep by sitting down. And some devotees can sleep by standing. I personally witnessed in Mayapur some devotees, they can stand in front of the Lord, in front of Radha Madhav during Mangalarati and sleep. So I am telling another experience. Now recently, some devotee told me, Maharaj, I have seen people can sleep by walking. I think they are PhD in sleeping. But we have not found yet someone can sleep while dancing. Maybe somebody can try, but very difficult. That's why the process in Kali Yuga is dancing. Because Lord knows that they will all sleep during japa and other activities, but they cannot sleep during dancing. That's why process is Harinam Sankirtan, not exactly japa. Harinam Sankirtan. Japa is chanting, then kirtan is louder chanting. Sankirtan means louder and with more devotees, many devotees together and dancing. Harinam Sankirtan. Kali Yuga is very difficult yuga for spiritual life. That's why Krishna has devised this system. You have to simply dance. And when you dance, you feel hungry. You need to eat. And Kali Yuga is a yuga of eating. In the normal people's life also, enjoyment means what? Singing, dancing, eating, and also drinking. This is called enjoyment. So Srila Prabhupada has dovetailed these activities in Krishna consciousness. And he has given two lords, Lord Jagannath and Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is known as dancing God. And Jagannath is known as eating God. So if you take shelter of these two personalities, there is no, what I can say, there is no question of unhappiness in our life. Because these two personalities will make us dance and eat. It is said if you want to take the blessings of Krishna in Vrindavan Dham, you have to take shelter of the dust of Vrindavan Dham. That is the process. We'll talk about dust also during Rath Yatra time discussion. And if you have to take the mercy, if you want to obtain the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip Dham, we simply have to dance in Harinam Sankirtan. And if you want to take the mercy of Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri Dham, we simply have to eat Jagannath Mahaprasada. It's a process. So Lord Jagannath is Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Krishna. Very interesting. Both are Krishna, but in different mood. Krishna has one mood, but Jagannath has different mood, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has different mood. But same personalities. Krishna himself, Swayam Bhagavan. So Krishna, which Krishna? That is also very, very important. Krishna in Vrindavan. When you talk about Krishna, we talk about Sam Sundar Krishna. Aradha Bhagavan Brajasatanayas. Tadhama Vrindavan. We should always keep that in mind. When you talk about Krishna, we talk about Brajananandan Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna, Shamsundar Krishna, Jasodanandan Krishna. We are not discussing about Vasudev Krishna. Although same, but there is a difference in mood. Mood is very, very important. Right? Bhava. Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardhan. So we also should develop proper Bhava as per the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So while Krishna was in Dwarka, so Krishna was absorbed in Vrindavan. That's why some acharyas have explained that Krishna who left Vrindavan, that is Vrindavan Krishna actually, according to our Gaudiya Vaishnava acharyas. Otherwise, how that Krishna in Dwarka will remember Vrindavan? So Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, that happens in spiritual world. But there is another explanation also, we are not going into that complicated discussion. That is a Janmashtami topic. So Krishna, while he was in Dwarka, he was absorbed in the thoughts of Vrindavan. And at night, he used to be in deep absorption. And he used to cry out. He used to shout, calling out the name of Radharani, Gopis, Gopas, Nanda Maharaj, Mata Jasoda, all the devotees of Braj, especially Srimati Radharani and Gopis. Then the queens of Vrindavan, the queens of Dwarka, they are thinking that we are serving him so wonderfully. Nicely they serve. 16,108 queens serving Krishna. In 16,108 palaces. What a gorgeous arrangement. If you want to see opulence, visit Dwarka. That is a opulence. And that city was built in one night, right? That is also another interesting part. In one night, the whole city was built. And city was also under the ocean. Scientifically highly advanced. We think that we are very advanced nowadays. Right? But Krishna is the most advanced personality. So he built it in one night. So queens of Dwarka, they wanted to know why Krishna is so absorbed in Vrindavan. Because that is the worry of the wives, no? They don't feel happy if the husband is thinking of other ladies. So they wanted to know exactly what is the Braja Leela. Then they approached Mother Rohini. Mother Rohini witnessed the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. And she is now in Dwarka. So they approached her. She agreed to speak about Braja Leela with one condition. What is the condition? Krishna Balaram should not be there in that discussion. They should have no entry. That was the condition. They said, no problem, we'll have tight security arrangement. Who is the security in charge? Subhadra Devi. Subhadra Devi not only is in charge, he will stand at the door and make sure that Krishna Balaram do not come. If they come also, immediately indication will be given to Mother Rohini, and Mother Rohini will stop speaking. That was the arrangement, management. Again, management. You cannot escape management. So it was done. 16,108 participants, big hall. How many will fit in here? 600? Okay. So that was 16,108. It's big audience. Sound system was also good, looks like. Because there is no complaint that we are not able to hear. And when Mother Rohini started speaking, Mother Rohini entered into ecstasy. That is the problem with Braja Leela. Whoever will speak, he will be in ecstasy. Whoever will hear, they will be in ecstasy. And those who will be repeating those, they will be also in ecstasy. Problem. That's why Sukadev Goswami was very alert. While he was talking about other cantos, he was not so alert. But when it comes to Vrindavan pastime, he was very, very alert. And that's why he did not mention any names of the gopis. Because as soon as he will mention names, he will be in ecstasy. Then no more Srimad Bhagavatam. And Parikshit Maharaj will think 7 days only. So what to do? That's why no mention of any names of the gopis there. So here, Mother Rohini was discussing the glorious pastime with the gopis. So Rohini Devi entered into ecstasy. He was out of the world. She was out of the world. And the queens of Dwarka, after hearing those pastimes, started thinking, really, this kind of love exists in the creation. It's out of their thinking is possible. That kind of love. And they also entered into ecstasy. So whole hall in ecstasy. Can you understand? Very difficult to understand. The speaker is in ecstasy. Audience is in ecstasy. And by hearing that, the security in charge, she entered into super ecstasy. Because she was hearing about her brothers. She was in too much ecstasy, and her bodily limbs entered into her body. The legs, hands entered into her body, and she became like a statue. The eyes became dilated, big, big eyes, and standing like statue. And while discussion was going on, Krishna Katha, Braja Leela, Krishna Balaram thought, what kingdom? Give it up. No more office. They rejected the office and started running towards the Katha. That is the symptom of a devotee. That is the power of Krishna Katha. Even Krishna Balaram, they never thought, oh, I heard. I did what to talk hard. We did this past times. But for us, oh, Janmashtami, same. Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Jame Divyam. So you all know this is not the way to hear Krishna Katha. I know. Those who know, they can never know. It's not a matter of knowing. It's not a matter of subject matter. It is something much beyond than that. This is the unlimited activities. It's unlimited by nature. Ananda Ombudi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Asadanam. The nectar of Krishna Katha is like an ocean. Ombudi. Ocean of bliss. We are also in ocean of miseries. Unlimited miseries. We also have unlimited qualities. We drown in the ocean of unlimited miseries. But Krishna consciousness is an ocean of unlimited bliss. And what is the meaning of unlimited? You cannot measure it. You cannot measure the length, breadth, depth of that ocean. That is the meaning of unlimited. And it is expanding. This is another symptom. It's not reducing. It's expanding. So, Subhadra Devi was in that kind of ecstasy, super ecstasy. And Krishna Balaram running, they are running towards that Krishna Katha. And they wanted to enter, but Subhadra Devi is standing. So what they did, one side of Subhadra was Krishna, other side of Subhadra Devi was Balaram. And when Krishna Balaram started hearing, they started thinking, really, we did all these activities. They were also wonderstruck. How? Just like when Prabhupada used to read his books, he said, really, I wrote all this. I never wrote all this. That's what devotee used to ask, why Prabhupada, you are reading your own books? He said, I never wrote these books. Krishna wrote these books. So Krishna was thinking also, Balaram was thinking, we never did this thing, looks like. Very interesting pastime. This is called all attractive. What is the meaning of all attractive? It attracts everyone, including Krishna. Krishna is attracted by Krishna. That is Krishna. So they also, both of them entered into ecstasy. Super ecstasy. Eyes became big. I think bigger than Subhadra, I think. Big. Dilated. Hands, legs entered into the body. And they stood like statue. And that time Narad Muni entered into the scene. I don't know where from he got this news. Narad Muni always gets the news. So he came and he saw. So as soon as Narad Muni came, these three personalities came to their normal picture. Why? Because Narad Muni has Aishwarya Bhav. And this form is Madhurya Bhav. But Narad Muni said, you withdrew, but I saw. I saw these forms. But I am not happy that I only saw. This is the nature of a devotee. Devotee does not become happy alone. He wants to see everybody becomes happy. Narad Muni got the mercy, but he was not happy that I only got the mercy. Generally our tendency is like that. Oh, I got the mercy. Very proud. That's the proof that he never got the mercy. Who received the mercy, he never thinks he received the mercy. So Narad Muni wanted that these wonderful forms should be visible to all the people of this world, and they should be getting that benefit. So Krishna said, okay, your desire will be fulfilled. In Kali Yuga, we'll manifest these forms in Nilachal Dham as Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and Sudarshan will be known as Chaturdha Murti. Chaturdha means four forms. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and Sudarshan. One leader of this country said, actually these forms are the real forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All inclusive. Everybody can connect. Why? Because Jagannath is black, Baladev is white, Subhadra Devi is yellow, Sudarshan is red. And all the people in this world are in these four colors. So everybody can feel that Lord is like us. Prabhupada was in Africa and Prabhupada told Krishna is black, Krishna is God, and his color is black. African devotees are very happy. They are feeling connected. No, we have to be connected. Then Prabhupada said, he's black, but he's not black like you. Because black color in this world absorbs light. That is the science, no? We study in the science subjects. But black color of Krishna radiates light, Brahma Jyoti. That is the difference. So Krishna's color is not material color. Just to give an idea that he is like this. Like monsoon cloud. Like. It cannot be like that. Best possible comparison, right? Like lotus. It's not lotus. How lotus can be at the level of Krishna's beauty? Just to give an idea. Because best example available in this world is lotus. So coming back to the form of Lord Jagannath, so that is the form of Lord Jagannath. When Krishna feels intense separation from Vrindavan, that is the form of Jagannath. When Krishna feels intense separation from Radharani, that is Jagannath. That is the topmost form. Clear? So this form manifested in Dwarka. But there is another pastime where this form was manifested in Vrindavan. You like to hear that? This is very uncommon, but in ISKCON it is becoming common nowadays. Unheard, untold story. Spoken by one great associate of Lord Chaitanya in his book Mahabhav Prakash. So Krishna told the Brajavasis, especially the gopis, while Akrura came, so Akrura came with a chariot, Rath. That's why gopis don't like chariot. They become very upset when they see chariot. Why? As soon as they see chariot, they remember Akrura. And they used to condemn Akrura. He is not Akrura, he is Krura. What Akrura? He took away Krishna Balaram from us and he is Akrura. And they wanted to stop traffic. They wanted to stop chariot on the road block. But Krishna told, this is not a good idea. I have a mission. After finishing my mission, I'll come back. That was the guarantee Krishna gave. And they have a full faith in the words of Krishna, so they agreed. But somehow Krishna did not come back. We'll discuss why he did not come back. But Krishna came to Kurukshetra on the occasion of solar eclipse to take bath in the holy Tirtha in Kurukshetra. And Krishna came with Balaram and other devotees of Dwarka with royal paraphernalia, with chariots. And Brajavasis also went to Kurukshetra. And the gopis met Krishna there after a long, long time. They were very happy, but not satisfied. They thought better to take Krishna to Vrindavan. And they are pulling the chariot and taking him to Vrindavan. And Krishna told, wait, wait, wait. I cannot go now. I finished many demons, but list is not complete. I have few more. So after completing my task, I will definitely come back. But when and how he came back to Vrindavan, that is not explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is explained by this devotee of Lord Chaitanya. His name is Kanai Kuntia. He wrote in Mahabhav Prakash. One day, Krishna fainted on the ground in Dwarka, shouting, screaming about Vrindavan, calling out the name of Radharani, gopis, and he fell unconscious on the ground. So Uddhava and Narad Muni were there. So Uddhava told Narad Muni, you should sing the glories of Radharani. Then definitely Krishna will come to consciousness. So Narad Muni said, no problem. I agree with your proposal, but there is a problem in that proposal. What is the problem? Because Krishna is in Vrindavan Bhav, as soon as he will wake up, he will run towards Vrindavan. So for that we have to arrange a chariot. So chariot has been arranged. But then they are discussing there is a problem. If Krishna goes to Vrindavan, the situation of the Brajavasis are pathetic. They are almost dying. If Krishna sees the condition of the Brajavasis like this, he will also die and will never come back. So that was the worry. So what to do? Then proposal was, Narad Muni told, Uddhava, you should go to Vrindavan as a messenger and give them message that Krishna is coming. Uddhava said, your idea is brilliant, but there is a problem in that. What is the problem? He said, I went to Vrindavan. I was appointed as the counselor of the Brajavasis. Krishna appointed me to console the Brajavasis. Why to console? Because Brajavasis were always crying 24 hours a day. You should go because you are very intelligent, very knowledgeable. You are the disciple of Brihaspati. You should go and give some Dibba Gyan. Message of Bhagavad Gita. You should give them. So Uddhava landed in Vrindavan Nam and he saw the situation of the Brajavasis. They are all crying. But they are all crying for Krishna. Generally, we cry in this world. Why? If we have lost some near one, dear ones, then people come, the sadhus come. Oh, material body is temporary. Janma mittu jara vyadhi dukkha dosana darshanam dehinosmin jatha dehe komarang jovanang jara. Right? Jatasya hi dhruva mittu dhruvam janma mitasya cha. We give all kinds of philosophical discussion to console them that, oh, everybody has to die. He has died. You also have to die. Why to cry? So in that way, we console. But here, subject matter is different. They are not crying for some relatives. They are all crying for Krishna. And crying for Krishna is a perfection of life. That he knows. Uddhava knows. Because Uddhava knows Shastra. He knows Shastra, but he never saw that practical example of perfection. So he started thinking, what can I do here? I cannot do any counseling to them. Rather, I encourage them to cry more. So my mission failed. And I told them, I'll request Krishna to come to Vrindavan. But after I came back, I have been telling Krishna to go to Vrindavan. He does not give any importance to my talk. So if I go again, Brajavasis will catch me and do something different to me also. He said, you are a liar. You told that you'll send Krishna to Vrindavan. Nothing happened. Why you come back again? So I don't like to go there. Very dangerous. Then who will go? Then proposal was Balaram should go. Balaram came into the picture. So Balaram said, yes, I can go, but I also have a problem in that proposal. He said, I also went to Vrindavan. Tried to console the Brajavasis, and I told them, I'll definitely send Krishna to Vrindavan. But Krishna listens to me in every aspect except this. I don't know why. That's why if I go again, they will not have any faith in my words. So now, crisis. Who will solve the crisis? Subhadra Devi entered into the picture. Subhadra Maharani said, I will go. I am a lady. I'll sit on the lap of Mother Jasoda. And I'll wipe off the tears of Mother Jasoda and console her that Krishna is coming. And they will have faith in my words. And I'll tell some delay is there. Why? Because Krishna is coming and a lot of people are welcoming him at different places on the way. That's why it is getting delayed. So in that way, Brajavasis will be prepared to receive Krishna in a wonderful way. So everybody liked the idea. Very good. Problem solved. Then when Balaram saw that Subhadra is going, then he said, why she should go alone? As a lady, she should not go alone. I should go also with her. He said, okay. That's why two more chariots were prepared. One is for Balaram and one is for Subhadra Devi. That's why people ask, Jagannath is the Supreme Lord, why his chariot is the back? Secretaries go first, no? Not the master first. That's why first, who is going? Balaram, then Subhadra. Then at the end, who will go? Krishna. That is a system in Ratha Yatra. 3 chariots. Actually, if you want to have Ratha Yatra, 3 chariots are very important, but very difficult to manage. So they manage in 1 chariot. But they all went in, not in 1 chariot, they all went in separate chariots. Then Balaram and Subhadra, they started the journey. And they are absorbed in the thoughts of Vrindavan. And when they went at the border of Vrindavan, they are thinking about Vrindavan and they are in ecstasy. Complete ecstasy. Their body became deformed again. Hands, legs entered into their bodies, both for Subhadra and Balaram. And they fell unconscious on the ground of Vrindavan Dham. So that was the situation there. Now what's happening here in Dwarka? Come back to Dwarka again. So when they left, Balaram and Subhadra left, then Uddhava told Narad Muni, now you start your glories. So Narad Muni started singing the glories of Srimati Radharani and Vrindavan. As soon as Krishna heard that, Krishna woke up from his unconscious state and started singing, where is my flute? Where is my flute? Definitely the gopis stole that flute. And when he was searching for the flute, he saw Uddhava and he saw Narad Muni. He said, what are you doing here in Vrindavan? He said, this is not Vrindavan, this is Dwarka. Then Krishna was in ecstatic mood, like an intoxicated person. When you are intoxicated, you cannot walk properly. Right? That's a symptom of intoxicant. So Krishna was in that intoxicated state. And what is the intoxication? Separation from Vrindavan. Radha Bhava, intoxication. Then what to do now? Then Uddhava and Narad Muni were holding and taking him to the chariot. That's why in Ratha Jatra, Jagannath is taken from the temple like that. This is known as Pahandi Vijay. Krishna cannot go by his own. It's not a drama, it's the real situation because he is intoxicated. When you're intoxicated, you need help. That's why devotees of Jagannath, they help him to go to the chariot. Very important part of the Ratha Jatra festival. That exactly happened. So Krishna was there on the chariot and chariot was ready to move. Now we should go to Vrindavan again. In Vrindavan, we should go to Nidhuvan. In Nidhuvan, Radharani was in extreme ecstasy. And that ecstasy is that intense that people started thinking maybe she'll die, almost dead. The Sakhis were in anxiety whether she is alive or not. So they have put inside the nose, nostril, cotton to check whether air is coming out or not. And it's moving, cotton is moving. So they understood she is still alive. Hope is there. And when people die, people glorify. That is when you are alive, people criticize. That is the nature of this world, right? And when you, after death, you become so glorious. But before death, lot of problem. This is the nature of this world. So when Radharani was about to leave her body, that is the condition, then who came into the picture? Abhimanyu. And Abhimanyu started glorifying. Abhimanyu is the husband of Radharani. He said, I know I could not marry you because I married Chaya Radharani. I cannot touch you. I know that. I know Krishna is your real husband. And Abhimanyu started glorifying Radharani. Then came Kutila. Kutila is the sister-in-law. Jatila is the mother-in-law. You should know these two names and don't mix. He said Kutila is mother-in-law. So in-laws are the problems from the spiritual world also. People always complain, no, we are not having good terms with the in-laws. So don't worry, this is common. You cannot be so much. So Radharani had problems with the in-laws. So we should not expect something different. So having problems doesn't mean they are bad. We think like that. I am not having good relationship with that person means he is bad. It's not like that. Sometimes chemistry doesn't match. He may be good, she may be good, but still they cannot stay together. Problems. So in this Leela, Kutila used to claim that she is the chaste lady. She used to claim. If any chaste lady in Braj is Kutila. And Radharani is definitely not a chaste lady. But Krishna did not like this. Krishna wanted to prove Radharani is the chaste lady. So Krishna developed a pastime. And in that pastime, Krishna was exhibiting that he had fever. We shouldn't think only Jagannath has fever. Krishna also had fever. And fever was not going. Lot of medicines were given, but still fever was there. Then what is the medicine? Krishna told, if a chaste lady can go to the Jamuna river, taking a pot with many holes in it, and bring water from Jamuna river, and not a single drop of water should fall from that pot. That was the condition given by Krishna. So who will go? Only chaste lady can do that, Krishna told. Only chaste lady can bring. So Kutila came forward. As soon as he took water, immediately all the water entered into the Jamuna river. That is normal. Nobody could do it. Then Radharani was called upon. Radharani prayed to Krishna, remembering Krishna, took the pot, took the water, not a single drop fell from that pot, and brought that water to Krishna. So who was narrating this pastime? Kutila. Kutila was glorifying Srimati Radharani. Then came Chandravali. Chandravali is opposite party. Two parties of gopis. You know that, right? One is leftist, another one is rightist. Two party. You cannot escape parties in the spiritual world also. You cannot be no party, then you are not allowed there. There is no nirdal. You have to have party. Either Radharani's party, Chandravali's party. Our Gauriya Vaishnavas, Mahaprabhu's party is Radharani's party. Leftist mood and rightist mood. Rightist mood is that they claim we are Krishna's. Leftist mood is they claim Krishna is mine. More possessive, very, very possessive. That mood attracts more. That's why Krishna likes more Radharani's group. Chandravali knows that. And Chandravali is glorifying Radharani now. Chandravali says, although Krishna comes to my kunja, but while he is with me in my kunja, he always thinks of you only, Radharani. I know why he comes, to increase your anger, increase your bhava, increase your separation. That's why Krishna comes to me. But Krishna is always Radha conscious. That's why you are the most glorious devotee of Krishna. So in that way, Chandravali was glorifying Radharani. So at that time, Krishna's chariot entered into the scene. And when Krishna saw the situation of Radharani and all the gopis and Brajavasis, he could not believe the situation is like that. He entered into ecstasy. That is a problem. Krishna entered into complete ecstasy and his body got deformed and he fell unconscious on the ground. When Krishna became unconscious, Radharani is also unconscious. The breeze were blowing. Then the breeze was carrying the aroma of the body of Krishna. And when it entered into the nostril of Srimati Radharani became conscious. And she understood Krishna is here. And Lalita Vishakha also whispered in the ears of Radharani, Krishna has come. And they glorified Krishna, and immediately Radharani came into consciousness. Then Krishna came into consciousness, and that was the time for Mangalarati. So Mangalarati is there in the spiritual world also. Right? So you should practice from now, otherwise there will be problem there. So attending Mangalarati is very important. As a sadhaka, as a siddha, both. Gopis perform pastimes of Mangalarati not because of sadhana, they perform pastimes out of love. Because after Ras Leela, before they go back home, they perform Mangalarati, then they go back. That is the way they do it. So in that way, Jagannath form was manifested in Vrindavan. 3 logs of wood. That is the form of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Maharani. But how this Daru Brahma got manifested, that will be discussed later on. So time is up today. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jagannath Swami ki jai, Baladev Prabhu ki jai, Subhadra Devi ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. Any question you have? Give some mic if you have any. I have some throat problem. Please tolerate. I've been sick for last 4 or 5 days.
Thank you, Maharaj. A wonderful narration.
Mic is not working.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful narration of the 2 pastimes. One where gopis are pulling and how that is being fulfilled, and how actually Krishna is coming to Vrindavan. I had a lot of doubts there, but that was answered. Maharaj,
What doubt he had?
how actually those pastimes are compiled together? Because I thought they're 2 different pastimes, and I thought it is either one or other, but you showed how it is done. Maharaj, one doubt I had, does Rath Yatra also happen in the spiritual world? Because Dwarka and these are different planets altogether.
Ratha Jatra in Golok Vrindavan?
In the spiritual world.
Where?
Like between Dwarka and Nilachal, does it happen?
Nilachal Dham it happens. That cannot be Dadu Brahma in the spiritual world. Some pastimes do not take place in the spiritual world. Like Janmashtami. Janmashtami is here only.
Yes,
Because Krishna never took birth in spiritual world. So where is the Janmashtami? So in order to release that pastime, Krishna comes here. Something is missing there. Janmashtami is like that. Maybe Ratha Yatra festival may be like that also. Because I don't have clear information. And hopefully looks like that is not there.
Maharaj, but Nanda Utsav, does that happen in spiritual world? The Jataka Karma and all that?
No. Why? It's not. Doesn't happen there.
It is all Bhumi Leela.
Krishna's age in Goloka Vrindavan is 16 years. Navajovanancha. Radharani's age is 14 years. That is the eternal age. Okay.
Maharaj, one more. You said Chaya Radha, that was not to understand.
Why? What is the problem?
Never heard of Maharaj.
Huh?
Did not understand how he married Chaya Radha.
We cannot understand. Just like Ravana kidnapped Sita. People feel very sad. While Mahaprabhu was in South India, how come Ravana kidnapped Sita? And that Brahman was crying and crying and crying. Then Mahaprabhu told from Shastra, Ravana never kidnapped Sita Devi. Ravana kidnapped
Chaya.
Chaya Sita. And real Sita was kept in the custody of Agni Dev, fire god. That's why people also criticize Lord Ram. He did not have faith in Sita Devi. Why? He had to test Sita Devi. People cry also. People cry and also become very upset with Lord Ram. How cruel he is. But he has to get the real Sita, no? People don't understand that. He has to take that, he has to give up the duplicate one and get the real one. That's why through that Agni Pariksha, the Chaya Sita entered into fire and real Sita came out from the fire. In the same way, Abhimanyu cannot marry Radharani because Radharani is the eternal associate, eternal consort of Krishna. But to arrange the pastime, Radharani must have a husband. Otherwise, how there can be parokiya ras? Understand? That's why Radharani has manifested his Chaya form. And that Chaya form was married to Abhimanyu. And real Radharani was with Krishna. Okay?
Thank you,
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. So the question is, I'm really confused about whether Krishna, Syam Sundar Krishna, he went outside of Vrindavan or not. Because what I have heard and that it's like Krishna does not put even one step outside of Vrindavan. So how to understand this one? Because as you told, like if he's not Syam Sundar, how he can think about Vrindavan? So how to
How to?
comprehend this, Maharaj? I'm
How to?
confused.
Comprehend. It's beyond our comprehension. It's achintya. So our acharyas have explained, one of the acharyas, that the Krishna who left Vrindavan, that is Samsundar Krishna only. So Krishna does not leave Vrindavan means Krishna does not leave Goloka Vrindavan. The Krishna in spiritual world, Krishna in Vrindavan always stays in Vrindavan. Dwarka, always in Dwarka. Mathura, always in Mathura. But in earthly pastime, there are two kinds of explanation. That while Krishna was with the chariot with Akrura, so Akrura saw under the Jamuna river Krishna Balaram in opulent form, right? That is called Dwarka form. So Vrindavan form stayed back and Balaram and Krishna in Dwarka Bhav left Vrindavan. That is one explanation. But our Gauriya Vaishnava Acharyas are not happy with that explanation. They said Krishna, Samsundar Krishna only left Vrindavan and went to Dwarka. There are two ways of looking at it.
And even connecting to this, when we see like whenever some asuras they used to come, so
Huh?
Some asuras they will attack Vrindavan.
Mm.
So that time Krishna used to kill. So that was the Vasudev form of Krishna.
There is also two opinion. Some our Gauriya Vaishnava Acharya said, who killed those demons? Samsundar Krishna only killed, not Vasudev Krishna. Otherwise, how Putana can get the entry in Goloka Vrindavan? Vasudev Krishna has no authority over Goloka Vrindavan. If Putana was killed by Vasudev Krishna, then how Putana entered into Goloka Vrindavan? Our acharyas are very thorough. Understand? So our acharyas are very focused. So both are true. That is called Achinta Veda Tattva. Not clear? More confused.
More confused.
So I'll create more confusion during Janmashtami. Okay?
Okay, Maharaj, thank you.
So we'll end here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Another information for you: there are two Goloka Vrindavan. One is Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan, one is Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. Those who want to see Radha and Krishna married, they will be in Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan. And those who want to see Krishna Balaram, Krishna and Radharani not married, they will be in Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. That is also one shocking information. We should not think, oh, everybody will go to Madhurya Goloka. No. Those who do not have that kind of faith in Radharani, they cannot enter into Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. There is no married life of Krishna in Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. But many, they cannot accept. They always see Radha is the wife of Krishna. That is also glorious. But they will enter into Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan. And those who are fully convinced Radharani cannot be the wife of Krishna, they will be entering into Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. Okay? If you want to become very official, no, then Aishwarya. If you want to become very, very loose in material world, then that is a qualification to enter into Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. Okay? Don't become confused. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because our welcome.